So today I'm going to do an experiment. I have actually made videos from still pictures before, but this time I am going to try some new things. I asked chat for a prompt for Kling. That's what I'm going to be using to make the actual video. So it gave me this pretty boring one, and I'm going to use this first. We've already created all of our pictures for Autumn Sky Shop, and this was a fun party I wanted to do. Everyone is coming to a different party. So they got an invitation to come to the party, and it says, come as what you think the party is. And so each person is coming dressed and they brought food for their party. So they thought they were coming to a Kentucky Derby party in this first one. So they're bringing food that you would normally have, like mint juleps and things like that at a Kentucky Derby party, but they're also dressed that way. So let's see what happens. So I'm going to take this prompt right here and I am going to go into my thing area and I am going to paste this prompt. Now, this prompt is just chat explaining what he wants the video program to do. So now we're going to come down here, and I'm not doing a multi-prompt. Sometimes you can say, this is where I want the prompt to start, and this is where I want it to end. That's not what we're going to do. So we're going to get rid of the second prompt and the third prompt. And we're going to scroll down here, and we need to put an image in. And so we're going to go choose the image. So we're going to come here, and I've already chosen the Kentucky Party picture, but I did get it from here. So we put it in, and now that one's ready to go. I'm going to choose 10 seconds, and that's how long I want it to be. I'm not going to leave this on the whole time because it could take up to a minute. So you would be bored to death waiting for it to turn. Well, let's go down here some longer, and we're going to say we want 10 seconds. Nobody is really talking in this one. They're kind of doing some chit-chatting in the background, but this one is kind of silent. Um, I'm going to go ahead and leave it because our directions here say that it's a realistic 7 to 10 second backyard party scene with natural human movement. People are casually talking, laughing, and walking at a normal pace. They're greeting one another, sampling appetizers, sipping drinks, etc. So this whole thing is explaining what it wants the program to do to create from a photo, and this is a photo we created earlier, what we want it to do. So we're going to go down here. We're going to look. We've got the picture, 10 seconds. We're going to go ahead and let it generate audio. As you can see over here, it's really not that expensive to generate audio. While generating audio, you'll be charged 0.196 cents for every second. All right, so we're going to come down here. We're not going to do an ending URL, so we're going to get rid of that one in a minute. Elements, all of these things here, I don't know what they're doing. We're just going to cross that off. Now we're done with that, and we've got exactly what we need. So we're going to do this first one, and I think that there's going to be some issues because I really think that there should be some real talking by each one of the people. So we're going to see what we need to do for that. So what I'm going to do next, now that we have everything in order, is I'm going to hit run. And as you can see, it's starting to spin here, and it's going to take a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video until we have this generated. So the video is now ready, and let's just see how it turned out.
Hey, we made it!
Let's say hello.
So this is adorable, but it doesn't explain anything, and nobody knows that this is a party. And I'm not exactly sure why Santa Claus and these other people are standing in the pool. That's hilarious. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for another picture and see if I can make this just a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go back here to my ideogram. Okay, so I'm back in ideogram, and I'm going to go look at my own images, which I pushed over here because there's a lot of images I created for this. And so I'm going to see if I can find one with a happy couple that don't have anybody in the background standing in the pool. So let's start with that one. Let's see. So we can make these bigger now. No one is standing in the pool there. So we start here. No, it was below that. Okay, so there's nobody standing in the pool there except for nobody looks like they're dressed for a different party. Let's look at this one. Okay, this is better. They are dressed for Derby, for sure. These two seem to be dressed for Derby, and those two do not. So we're out of Derby already. So let's go back real quick and pick which one we think is the better of the pictures. This is the one we used, and that's a terrible one. Don't know why I grabbed it to begin with. See what these people are doing. Nope. Nope. Oh, everybody looks like we're going to a wedding. So we're going to come back here to this couple. I don't see anyone standing in the pool here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to download this and we're going to put this one over the other one. I'm going to go ahead and do it as the original size PNG. Let's save it to my folder. Since they are just coming up with random words, there's nowhere in this in the Kling prompt. There's no place in here that we asked them to talk. So when we turned on the generate audio, it made up its own stuff to say. And that's well and good, but it has no idea what's going on. And this party is supposed to be a different kind of party. So I am going to go back to ChatGPT and I'm going to get a second prompt. Okay, I didn't show you that part, but I just went over to chat and I told him we needed a new prompt. So he's given me something different, and I am going to go ahead and place that in here. And you're going to be able to see right here. We have told it now to have somebody saying, "Oh my goodness, we thought this was a Kentucky Derby party." And then the man smiles, looks around at the different theme guests, and replies, "Well, I guess we're the Derby table." So this should be a lot different than the one we just did, especially since we just used a new photo. We are going to go get the new photo because that is obviously the wrong one. We don't want to play this game again with the wrong picture. This is better. Nobody's in the pool. Same one we just chose. Okay, so we're going to put that one in there. And like I did before, I'm going to auto generate audio. We're still going to stay with 10 seconds, although I probably don't need that long. This version of Kling allows you to choose as many seconds as you need in here. So you could do a 7-second video if you needed to. I usually do 10 because sometimes they start out slow and sometimes I might need to cut the back off or the front. It just depends on what I'm doing. So I always like to give myself just a little bit more space, in case I need to do the chopping off. Now I'm going to go ahead again. I'm going to hit run and then I am going to walk away and while it's doing its thing and I'll bring it back so you can see what it looks like. Here we go. So the video's done. That took a little over 2 minutes. It was crazy, but here it is. This is what it looks like and sounds
Party.
Well, I guess we're the Derby table.
Oh my goodness, we thought it was a Kentucky Derby party.
Well, I guess we're the Derby table.
like. So that's perfect. This is more of what I wanted. So it kind of explains it. And when it's actually going to the web page, the blog page that we're doing, about the different parties, each one of the people in the different outfits that you see behind them, and maybe different people also, they all will say something about what they thought the party was about. It's going to be a blast. And if you want to see the whole thing put together, it's going to be on autumnskyshop.com. And I should have the whole page up and ready tomorrow. I do want to tell you the reason I make videos of the stills is because that gives me twice as much to put out there on the socials. And I can't do stills on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. No one would look at them. So if I can do a 10-second video and it gets if it gets across the point I'm trying to make, then that's the perfect thing. And I wanted to be able to continue to push out to those video properties. So Thanks again. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do all 10 photos for this video so I can go ahead and schedule them out onto the socials. I'm going to be using Metricool to do that. If you liked this video, please subscribe and like it. If you think somebody else could benefit from what I'm showing you, then please share. And I will see you next week. Thanks.